Hello friends, Dr. Nels here coming to you today with some more content on life, leadership, business, and family, building your values and principles so that you can be the best version of you. And today and the next week's episode, we want to visit with you about your own mortality. And there's real value in connecting with your own mortality, as morbid as that may seem and feel, and as difficult as that may seem and feel. There's extreme value in connecting with your own mortality. And a very dear friend of mine passed away a week and a half ago, and that comes to mind when those sort of things happen. Also, there are people around us every day that experience near-death experiences that connect them with their own mortality in very, very real, vivid, visceral ways. And for us in our life journey, as you all know, what we've been through, that happened to us, 4 years ago. And when we see and experience these things, it often brings that into focus. And then depending on your level of connection with that experience, whether it was you, whether it was a parent, whether it was a kid, whether it was a spouse, or a distant friend, or just someone in the community or something we see, the closer the connection we have to that person or ourselves, the greater the connection and that value of facing our own mortality occurs. But even if it happens to you or it's someone really loved, as time goes on, that connecting to our own mortality and the value that's created there starts to flutter away. And I'm not saying we need to focus on our own mortality every single day. We have things to do. It can maybe put us in some mild to severe dark places in our mind. But how do we connect to our own mortality to create real value for us? How do we connect to that to bring into focus every single day what matters to us most? Because people that experience those scenarios, whether it's near-death experience or experiencing cancer, whatever it might be, their mindset gets changed, and what they value most often changes. And I say that what they value most doesn't change. It just brings them closer what they value the most, and they change what they do tangibly every single day to connect with what they value most. And my challenge to you is, let's think about that most every day, and let's think about what we value most so that we can in turn be a much better architect of our daily lives. We need to be thinking about how we architect our daily lives, what we're doing today, what we're going to do tomorrow. Be the architect that creates the most value so you can connect with the things that you value most every single day. I hope you've enjoyed those thought processes. I hope it's not taking you to places you feel make your mind dark, but I hope it takes you to places that it makes your mind bright. Discussing our own mortality is very difficult. Some people, some generations aren't very good at connecting with their own mortality. But if we connect with our mortality, we will create better value, not only for us, but for those that matter to us the most, as we think about operating in work, with our families, businesses, family businesses, transitions. How do we architect those transitions when we think about what's going to happen after we die? What do you want people to say about you after you die? Think about those. Be an architect. Be the greatest architect of your own life as you connect with your own mortality to create value so that you can connect with the things that you value most at a much, much greater level than you ever have. We're glad you're here, folks. Click subscribe here. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you. See you next week. Cheers, friends. Thanks.